Probably the first thing that was heard was me hiccuping.
I mean, we've still not quite developed a system of, getting that clean start. We don't have an intro. We don't edit. All we do is we just turn on the mic and we have no idea
Screw
when
it,
it
man.
actually starts.
Who actually cares, though? I mean,
That's
really.
true. Like, who is actually watching this other than maybe future us? All right, but so,
Alright, it's up.
all right, sweet. We're going with the English subtitles because that's the only way I can read it.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is down at the bottom there.
It's just in another language. Have you played? No, I've never played. That's the other thing to anyone who's watching this and who may care. I'm completely blind as to what we're actually getting into.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
I don't even
I know
remember
nothing
this
about
part.
Stanley other than like the thumbnail on the PlayStation when you're like when you go to the game, you can go up to videos and it would give you like a trailer almost. That's all I know about this game, which is it seems like we might walk around an office space. That's all I know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's all you need to know.
Like I know these things always say it, but I always go a little brighter. Because for all I know, this could be a scary game. Please enter the current time. Oh, know what? Should we set a timer so that the episode isn't too bloated? That's been a problem we've had in the past.
A timer?
Yeah, set a timer so that like in an hour or 2 hours time we end one episode and start another one so that it's more digestible if anyone ever actually was to care.
I mean, sure, I can just keep track of the time. It's 1:45.
I'll go ahead and start a timer for an hour and we can see where we're actually at when that happens. While that's going on, it is actually 1:45. And
Yeah.
because I'm basically OCD, I'm going to wait till it actually says 6 so I'm right on the money.
I mean, it just turned 1:45.
Oh, did it?
I mean, I guess now it would be about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Dude, this every time I have to set my clocks in my apartment, this is what happens.
I don't
And
even know
uh,
what this controls. I don't know what the purpose of this is.
I don't know, Quentin time for Stanley.
I'll tell you as soon as it's 1:46, if you even, unless you're just watching the clock yourself.
I got my cell phone up right here, exactly the way I do anytime I'm
There
setting
you
any
go.
clock.
It did it.
I think I hit AM though. All that synchronization, I think it's still wrong.
It's alright.
Yeah, we don't have time. We actually need to see what this game is about. Unless that just means we get like the worst ending in the game.
I'm pretty sure it's a story about a man named Stanley.
Okay. I like how the game tells you what you're playing. Because sometimes I'm like, what game did I just turn on?
Yeah, sometimes you forget, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you forget, like, I'm running around in a game with a, double-barrel shotgun, silent protag, shooting demons. What game am I playing? And you have to back out all the way
Yeah.
to the, main menu of the PlayStation store and say, oh, that's right, I was playing Doom.
Quite recently, I was shooting cartoon characters as a man with a cup for a head, and sometimes I couldn't. I was like, "What is this game?
What is the name of this cup-headed fellow?"
Yeah, exactly. What is this name of the game that I'm playing, where I play as a man with a cup for a head?
If anyone's out there in the audience, feel free to put that in the comments. Alright, so begin game, I guess.
Let's do it.
The end is never the end is loading.
It's true.
Okay. Time to pour me a drink.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
That's what I do all day, man.
every day, every month.
This is data entry.
And although others might have considered it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good for Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Those are the days
No
I
one
just
had
look at
showed up
memes.
to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
That is a hell of a light, dude. Pixar ain't got nothing on Stanley, dude. My office doesn't have a window. But 429 does. 428 don't, I guess.
All of his co-workers...
I mean, a lot of people don't even have an
What did it
office.
mean? Stanley
They just have a
decided to go
desk.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, maybe there's a safety meeting about
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
clearing
couldn't find
jams
a
out
trace
of
his
the
co-workers.
paper shredder or something. It looks like someone's been beating the shit out of this machine. You been fucking trying to copy a cup of coffee? What the hell's going on over there? Papers all over the floor? What's on this computer? I don't know. I can't see it enough. My eyesight's not good enough. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Room 425 would creep me out if I had to work in there. Even though it looks like the guy's just playing solitaire.
Yeah.
Some maintenance work going on in there. Oh no. Somebody spilled their coffee. I hate Mondays. I mean, yeah. This room kind of scares me too for some reason.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I? What if I want to go in the room on the right? I mean, the man said I went in here. But my hipster DNA wants to go the other way. I guess I'll follow the script for now. Oh, that's bright. Hello?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I'm interested to see
Feeling
what
a wave
choices
of
you make.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, no, go back to the other slide. I wanted to know how not to get fired. Okay, thank you. Honestly, this is one of the best PowerPoints I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I like the slide.
Yeah. What is with them? Like, what? No, the boss appreciation. Okay. Dude, I'd have trouble coming up with 20 things I love about anything.
Yeah, true.
What are your dreams for the future? Nature. That's more of an interest, not a dream for the future, wouldn't you think? Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day. No except.
Mitosis?
Don't get. One of the bullets on not getting fired is just don't get fired.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
Let it ball up inside you is definitely how I would personally try to solve conflict with Broom Closet. Oh, I can open doors. I didn't know that. There was no prompt.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is there anything in here I can interact
There was
with?
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, I get it. God, why put it in the game if you're just gonna insult me for finding it? God.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I mean, that's where the boss's office would be, so... Okay, he's not there. Ooh! Swanky. Is it the boss? It's the executive bathroom. I get the feeling Can I actually do anything in here? There is something weird about actually using the bathroom that's not meant for you at work.
huh.
Like I worked in a factory where they had a bathroom for the office workers and then a bathroom for the people who work just on the floor.
Bathroom.
Yeah, like the warehouse worker bathroom, which was almost set up like a locker room. And then there was the nice bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay. Dude, this office is baller.
Yeah, it's a little extravagant.
I mean,
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Can I play piano?
2845.
I mean, the leather couches, fireplace. How many books does this boss man actually read?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in.
What?
And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, sheesh, game. Sorry, I'm trying to enjoy what people spent weeks of their lives fucking doing, dude. It's not been finished. Hello? I cannot see a thing. Okay.
It's really dark in there.
Can I go up? I guess not, because down's the only option. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
That's a safety issue.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Not up to
Facility.
code.
Just go use the restroom real
Although
quick.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's what everyone would say, so I don't learn the truth.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
That's
and
right.
willingly confront his death.
Oh shit, no! I wanted to look down, but as I looked down, I just slipped. Oh dang, we're still falling.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I don't want to accept it, no!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I like the narrator has a narrator. Order's gonna shut now?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes, these paintings are in fact of nature. Stanley's computer.
I like the one of the ocean at sunset.
Office layout. Okay.
Yes, the 2 doors.
Filing cabinets.
Classic.
Office computers. Employee database. I knew it. There is solitaire. What? Why does one sound so weird?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh. And here's the credits. I don't recognize the names. Who's the narrator? Kevin Brighton? Okay. Oh. Okay, so one of these bosses' office I really don't want to go into. Is this clock
It's like a
supposed to be
museum.
real time? I don't think so.
Doesn't seem like it now.
Yeah, it's like I died and ended up in a museum that's a monument to my life.
Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to go in the story.
Okay, as much as I appreciate them adding that, it's going to destroy my psyche if I don't get out.
You can hear him like all over the place.
Yeah, and every now and then you can hear overlap, so you hear like multiple of him. I feel like I shouldn't be here. I feel like there's spoilers everywhere.
I mean, there's one spoiler. This does feel like one of those, like, secret developer rooms.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And this place is actually kind of creepy. I'm getting kind of creeped out at this point.
No, I'm not a rock.
Are you sure?
No, I don't know the significance of that number. From what I've seen, the narrator just berates me. What is Stanley's last name?
Parable.
Okay. What is going on here? But that's the elevator again. The different possible layouts of my office. Okay.
Huh.
That's okay. That game sounds pretty lit though.
Yeah.
An existential game that when you get to the end you have to start shooting. No, that honestly makes it sound like you have a mental breakdown and just kind of go postal. No, that's... Back where I started.
I think there's a path you probably, I think you missed, like,
Maybe I should interact with the elevator. Because we already looked at the phone.
it's a nice phone.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
How do you know I'm playing on PlayStation?
Walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Do I get to go back to the start of the game now?
It's just where the game ends forever and deletes your game.
Just starts throwing disc out of the PlayStation like ninja stars. Okay. I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I don't know if I can trust the narrator. It sounds like I'm supposed to, based upon what the narrator's narrator said. Like, I think we're the two people who need each other. Like, he needs to tell someone's story, and I need someone to tell my story.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, let's see the employee lounge.
It's a wonderful room. Worth admiring.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It's spooky, dude. I mean, do we got any, like, soda?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these, but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's like... some drafting tables? All right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's because I usually stay in my office. I don't know where anything else is. Warning. Do not jump from cargo lift while it is in motion. It's a very big cost for jumping off the cargo lift. God damn.
Yeah.
But since I think the doors have shut behind me, jumping I will go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but
Yes,
the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is my boy Stanley a simp? Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Why's my boy crying? I ain't gonna reach out by answering a phone. That's being receptive. There's a difference between calling and being called. If I'm supposed to be the one to reach out, I need to call. So, leave me a voicemail. I'll call you back immediately, just like I do when I work.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness.
That's right.
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I just walked over there and yanked it.
Chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yeah, rustling papers.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Really?
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
That's a short
Not
ending.
Picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Just like real life.
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
You shut the doors behind me!
On my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought.
I know a lot of fake
provide
people.
an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What is a back sack and crack, dude?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do
At
you
least
make
8.
more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time,
dude,
your
that
instructor
face.
will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
That room got weird.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the scene.
Time forgetting how to read.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Thank you for the fence. And the door.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I need to call my wife.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I thought you'd just let me replay that section. I didn't realize you'd actually have this weird ambush set up for me, dude. That's weird. And that line delivery, no! That's nice. Okay, fine. My man Stan.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh. Whoa! Oh God! Where am I?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What,
Oh
did you
shit,
think
dude!
that would
We can
be
go back
funny?
and answer the
Just had to
phone.
see?
Like,
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
okay.
It hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground
he's going off.
facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Mainly now, I wonder what would have happened if I went the other way. Would he have just been there waiting to shank me?
You almost sounded like you
Yeah,
felt
there was
bad
not a
for a
single person
second.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I could go down the stairs.
Coming
No, I
up the
can't!
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He's had enough of my shenanigans. Oh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark Week? Like,
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, the game won't let me do it.
Hear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I am trying, my dude. Night Shark 115. It don't work.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices.
I'm trying to respect the content.
Take the story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever
I did that
you
already.
wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You
Coward! Look,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Stanley, I need you to go through the door.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
No.
Story needs it.
No, my boy's about to get unemployed unless somebody plays a story.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
So you should be starting to see what this game's all about.
I need to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay. Now time to
All
go
of
call my
his
wife.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You gotta give the announcer credit for
Yes,
rolling with the
this
punches as far as
room.
trying.
But eager
Maybe
to get
he
back to
decided.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
There's
I'm not
another
sure
thing I ain't
you
tried
really
yet.
are. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've
It's a
been neglecting,
$5,000
Stanley.
charge.
Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I'm
Are you
sorry.
that convinced that I want
I'll be a
something
good
bad
boy
to happen
after
to you?
this room.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Really?
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. What did you? You're just gonna end it there? Oh, I got a phone call. 1 sec.
Oh, alright.
Okay, it was just Mark with an important message about something that I didn't let him tell me about. Alright, danger, danger everywhere. Announcer? You were gonna show me something to show me you were on my side, and no buckets past this point. Is there a bucket anywhere in here I could grab? Guess not.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. If this is your example to show me you're on my side.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Well, if I could go any direction other than right...
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Okay.
Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Wow. It's very pretty.
Oh god, it's really bright too.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Okay, the prettiness is kind of... Oh, that thing's gone now, and there's just a hollow of space up above. So, I'm sorry, dude, but, I think I need to go. Oh, no. Oh, okay. It's not as bad.
Wait, where are you going?
I can come back out here for a minute if you want me to, but... Okay, then there is... Okay, do your light show.
Right. Where were we?
How long does the light show last?
I don't know. Presumably forever.
Which means he's just gonna whine and moan indefinitely anytime I try to leave? If it's gonna last forever, dude, I gotta go, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Can I fall down the stairs and die? I mean, I'm not seeing anything on him.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, well,
Please,
I can
Stanley,
just...
think about what you're doing.
Well, I don't really want to just jump, I mean... Rescue Depache?
No!
Like...
Oh, thank God. You lived.
Yeah.
You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah, if my shins would let me. I mean, that's a nice little kid drawing.
You just seem to be walking slower.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I mean, it's nice and all, but I think I gotta throw myself off the stairs again.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Well, it's just, there's no end in sight, dude.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No!
You're literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No! I'm killing myself because it's not ending. I mean, if it doesn't kill me this time, I'll go back into your room, I guess.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't need
I
it.
just wanted us to get a... Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I don't know anymore, dude. I'm tired.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Yeah. And the way that the narrator's acting, it feels like I'm slapping Hammond from Jurassic Park. I don't know why. It just made me feel bad. I mean, he spared no expense.
Clearly.
I mean... This part just doesn't seem to end. And it's like, what happened if I went in the blue door instead of the red door? And what if I answered the phone from my wife? I gotta do bad things a lot more times, I'm sure. My ankles are all busted up.
Yeah.
And I just keep having to do it. The narrator's even quit caring. If there wasn't plywood on this store, we could go out there.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Sad.
Yeah, that's
All of his co-workers were
Yeah.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I would be this guy's best friend as soon as I do the wife on the line
Into a set of two
and
open
the blue
doors.
door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
blue
perfectly
door.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah, it definitely seems that way based off of current evidence.
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Alright, so that's an hour already.
There's nothing here.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Elucidate?
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
That sounds sadistic as fuck.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because the reason we're having these disagreements is because all the options...
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid,
Damn
I
roasted.
think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The leaderboard. Oh, wow. I don't actually understand. What is happening? I'm the worst Stanley ever.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
This is the worst sound effects ever. Sorry, baby, in the fire.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I hate
Because
babies.
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
No, the
Thank you
lights.
for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the
I've actually kind of wanted to play
total
this
mental
game.
Depravity. So far, I love everything.
This is
about
like
this
spot
game,
on
Stanley.
the
And it
complete
seems
copy
there's
of
even
the.
more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I think we need to end it here, dude. this is going places. Because I was going to go to the end of this playthrough, you know, air quotes, but it's in a whole nother game now, dude. So I think we'll catch anyone out there next time, even though it's going to be like in 10 minutes. But
I hear you. All right.
yeah, just keep it nice and digestible.